So you're going on a road trip. We've been on a couple and we wanted to share some tips that we've learned. I also asked some friends to give some tips, and this is a compilation video of some of the best do's and don'ts that we've learned. Tip number 1. Plan out goals and things to do. If you don't have any plans or goals, you probably won't get out and do as much as you envisioned. So have some sort of loose plan, that way you have some little goals to accomplish during your trip. Tip number 2. Don't expect all of your plans to happen. It's too stressful to expect perfection, especially for your baby's routine. Everything's gonna get thrown off anyway, so you just gotta roll with it. Tip number 3. Plan for extra stops. You might be doing this already, but once you go onto Google Maps and find out how long it takes, add an hour or two. Or if you've got a really long road trip, add a little bit more than that. Tip number 4. Find out if you have a washer and a dryer. If you do, you might be able to pack less. Tip 5. Bring a variety of toys. It's best if you bring some new toys or some toys that your baby haven't seen in a while. That'll keep it fresh for them. Tip number 6 is to bring a garbage bag. Yes, I mean a literal garbage bag. This will be used to put your dirty clothes in. I hate when I go on a trip and I end up stuffing all of our dirty clothes and mixing it with the clean clothes in the suitcase. This way, any spit up, blowouts, throw up, you can just throw the clothes right into the dirty bag. Combine it with your own dirty clothes. Tip number 7 is probably the easiest one to fail on. It's to do not pack too much. It's so easy to pack everything in the car, to think of everything that you might need. It's best to consider what you need, and if you have extra room, then add in things that would be nice. Tip number 8, bring lots of burp cloths. Is it just me, or are these like the most useful thing in the world? You can use them to clean up anything. Our favorites are the Burt's Bees. Links into the description. And by the way, if I mention any other products in this video, all of the links are going to be into the description. Tip number 9. Make sure to bring enough snacks. Snacks are going to be a lifesaver in the car ride and also when you're at restaurants waiting for food to come. Tip number 10 is to use reusable bibs. These things are made of silicone and all you have to do is rinse them off. It's not worth bringing a bunch of cloth bibs. Plus, the reusable bibs usually have a food catcher so you're not spilling infinite food everywhere. Tip number 11 is to use a vacuum insulated bottle for your formula water. We use a Zoji Rushi bottle, and this is great. We just heat up our water before we leave for the day, and it keeps warm pretty much all day. Tip number 12 is to use one-time placemats. These things are great when you're out at a restaurant. You can lay them out, and they help with a couple things. 1, your baby's eating off of a cleaner surface, not the table. And 2, it's an easy cleanup. You're just gonna close it up, everything in it, and throw it away. Tip number 13, accessibility is king. It is so helpful to have things within reach when you're in the car. You don't want to be sorting through bags and digging through bags to find just what you need. So pack wisely and make sure you have one bag that has a lot of high use items and keep that near you in the car ride. Tip number 14 is to bring a portable changing station. A lot of the bathrooms don't have changing stations, especially for guys' bathrooms. So you'll need to change your baby somewhere else, either on the floor or your car, somewhere else. So it's helpful to have one of these changing stations to set up anywhere. And another note about stopping is McDonald's is a really great place to stop while you're on the road. They've got clean facilities. The girls' bathrooms always have a changing table, and you can always get a bite to eat there. And usually they've got a side entrance so you can kind of sneak in and out really easy. The last tip, number 15, is to leave at strategic times. It's best to leave at times that coincide with naps or bedtime. That way, your kid's gonna be sleeping in the car and it'll be a lot easier. Well, that's it. I thank you for watching. Those are some of the best tips that we have. If you have any other tips, I would love to hear it as we're still learning and getting better at this. So could you please leave a comment into the description what your best tip is? If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to like or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.